welcome or welcome back to the Demigodly Riku channel. I'm the Demigodly Riku, also known as Rex, and I'm a bully. Or, I was. So, let's yap about it. So, when I say that I was a bully, I don't mean it in a way where I knew I was a bully. I was mostly just an accidental jerk to literally everyone. Still am, to be honest. Anyways, that's not the point. Maybe it will be later, but for now, I just want to tell you the stories of me being a bully. And we'll start off with the time I beat up a third grader as a sixth grader. Man, with that track record, I shouldn't become an ECE. Oh well, college applications are already in, so I guess it doesn't matter. So, the year prior to this story, I had just moved to my now hometown, and I was a total crybaby because of the move. So in 6th grade, I naturally became really emo about being a crybaby, and I even vowed to myself to never cry again. Total mood swing, I know. But basically, because I vowed not to cry, then clearly no one else could either. And so when I heard about this other kid being a total crybaby around school, I immediately decided I didn't like him. Which is not a bad thing, not to like people, but after I decided I didn't like him, I started bullying and ostracizing this poor kid any chance I got. Keep in mind, this kid was in grade 3 and I was in grade 6. But I digress. Also, hold on, why didn't the teacher stop this? It's not like I was hiding the fact that I was bullying him. Either way, it got to the point where anytime I was left alone with this kid, I would bully him. And so, on this last day that I remember bullying him, I was actually talking to him like he was a person, when finally the crybaby thing came up and I said to this literal child, "Yeah, if you don't stop crying so much, I'm gonna beat you." Wise words, little Miss Mini-Me. So glad you thought that appropriate to say to a 3rd grader. But he still responded with, "You can't beat me up." And that should have been the truth, because this kid probably was, taller than me. But my response was still to push this kid off the playground while saying, "Yes, I can." Wow, amazing, I know, right? His response was to cry and to tell all the teachers on me, which is fair, but the teachers still did nothing because public school is a literal joke, and they really did not give a rat's ass about what I did. the kid's the kid's fine, don't worry. He's in grade 9 now and towers over everyone due to being like 6'5". Also, if he's in grade 9 currently, that means that he was actually in grade 2 when this all happens. Meaning I was 1, almost shorter than in grade 2 and grade 6, and 2, beating up people 4 years younger than me. Oh boy! That's a great track record to have, am I right? But wait, there's more! I also bullied his older sister. Oh, yay! So, his older sister has less of an age gap with me, as she's in grade 10 now, meaning she was in grade 4 when this happened. So, in grade 6, when I wasn't bullying the first kid, I was doing a lot of things, but in this story, I was pretending to be a demon. You know, classic grade 6 things. So, as I pretended to be a demon, I amassed a small following of like 4 kids and one of my friends. So naturally, instead of letting them be demons, I had to teach them how to be demons. So, here I was, some random grade 6, teaching 5 other kids how to be demons. Which, whatever, all I really told them to do was yell at any opportunity possible, which is great. But it's when after school came around, and I went to after school care with my demon school underlings that I started bullying this poor girl. So, at our after school care, we got to choose who we sat with. And obviously, I was sitting with the other kids in my demon school, offering my friend a chance to teach in my demon school. Other than that, I can't remember what we were talking about, because this was in grade 6, and that was like 6 years ago. Anyways, the other girl who was the older sister of the boy from the first story tried to sit with us. We'll call her Z. So in order to not have Z sit with us, we told her no. And when she sat with us anyways, I grabbed the whole group and got them to move over to an empty table. Why was I like this? Doesn't matter, because Z told on me, causing me to be pulled away from the group, scolded, and sat alone to feel how she felt. So at least I got what I deserved, which was literally the only time I ever did. But still, Z felt bad, came to sit with me, and later held my hand, telling me it was because we were friends. Pookie, I just spent the whole night bullying you. I'm 100% not the person you want to be friends with. And we're not anymore, which is entirely fair. And you know what's not fair? Me bullying more kids with the help of 3 other girls that I'll call Rena, Bina, and Mina. So, Rena and I were the closest, therefore the leaders of the group. Bina, half the time just sitting there listening to her convos because I don't think we let her talk, and Mina being our literal slave. Seriously, poor Bina and Mina were so mistreated by me and Rena. I didn't feel bad about it. My god, I didn't back then, but I definitely do now. Jesus. Anyways, me, Rena, Bina, and Mina are all really liked this tire swing at our school, and because the and because and us being the oldest and having the most knowledge of the golden rule and sharing is caring, we absolutely ignored those rules and hogged the tire swing whenever we could. And whenever the other kids asked the teachers to get us off, we'd simply ask the teachers for a few more minutes, then take up the rest of the time outside. Such good kids we were. And not only that, I would go through random spurts of hating Rena, and at one point I took her literal stepsister to the side, less than maybe 3 feet away, and pretty audibly asked, "Why do you even like her?" What's up with you, Mini-Me? Why the heck are you so toxic? Jesus. Not only that, I think I got on the tire swing with her not just 20 minutes later. No wonder none of these girls like me anymore. Jeez. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here. I hope you enjoyed these tales of my grade 6 bullying escapades. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Anyways, see ya!